Welcome to WSIC Risk Segmentation Radar demonstration video. The dashboard is available for WSIC users with a PID level access and can be accessed from the WSIC homepage by clicking on the patient selection product and then on the lens magnifier icon. Putting simply, the Risk Segmentation Radar is a way of highlighting to GP practices the level of risk and complexity of their patients in a plainer and more visual way than their GP systems currently allow. It brings together data into WSIC from a range of sources, which provides a more joined-up picture of risk of poor declining health than GP system alone. It then groups patients into the risk groups using a risk algorithm: specialist, end of life, high risk, rising risk, stable risk, and well. More information about the methodology can be found in the Risk Segmentation User Guide. The Risk Segmentation Radar displays a list of all GP patients except those categorized as well. The current refresh date is displayed on the purple stripe. The dashboard is refreshed quarterly. This is because the patients don't move from one risk group to another that frequent. To find out about the most recent, as well as the previous risk segment calculation date, hover over the I button available at the top right of the radar. The top row filters allow to narrow down the area of focus to a specific borough, practice, network, PCN, patient segment, or an age band. In the second row filters, you can select the risk segment you would like to focus on, as well as decide how would you like to sort the view by. For the purpose of this demonstration, I am sorting the view by a number of red flags, so the patients with the highest number of red flags will be brought to the top of the dashboard. Where multiple patients have the same value for the sort, they are ordered by NHS number. The number of the patients on the list based on the filter selection is displayed at the top right, as well as the bottom of the dashboard. Users can choose a number of patients they would like to focus on. I have selected 100. On the left-hand side of the dashboard, the patient's details are followed by frailty category and the current risk segment. Next to that, you can find out about the previous risk segment. Following a dashboard refresh, a previous risk segment column will update to reflect any of the following 5 symbols. Gray equal sign means that the patient has not moved 3 segments. Thin green arrow, a patient has moved down 1 risk segment. Thick green arrow, a patient has moved down 2 or more risk segments. Thin red arrow indicates that a patient has moved up 1 risk segment. And finally, thick red arrow signifies that a patient has moved up 2 or more risk segments. The risk of an emergency hospital admission is based on the admission algorithm, which estimates the risk of emergency hospital admission for patients aged 18 to 100 years in primary care. The Q admissions algorithm incorporates 30 variables, including lifestyle, morbidity, medication, and laboratory results. Top 5% probability of admission is marked red. Top 5 to 20% probability of admission amber, and the lowest 80% probability of admission green. Non-elective admissions. 4 or more non-elective admissions in the last 12 months are flagged red, 1 or 3 amber, and none as blank. A&E attendance. Displays number of A&E and UCC walk-in attendances. 4 or more in the last 12 months are flagged red, 1 or 3 amber, and no blank. GP events. GP events are not only appointments but any coded values during a GP consultation, such as blood test requested, prescription administered, referral made, etc. 100 and plus GP events in the last 6 months are flagged red, 25 to 99 amber, and less than 25 blank. DNAs. The red flag indicates 3 or more DNAs in the last 6 months, the amber one 1 or 2. Blank means no DNAs in last 6 months. District nursing. The red flag signifies that the patient has been seen by a district nursing team in the last 12 months. And blank means that the individual hasn't been seen by a district nurse in the last 12 months. The health and lifestyle segment provides information about the following categories: failing key care processes, new diagnosis, polypharmacy, serious and common mental illness and personality disorder, alcohol and substance misuse, smoking status, BMI, and patient activation measure. The final housing living category consists of the following indicators. Housebound is a carer, recently bereaved, living alone status and deprivation decile. Detailed information about codes and logic used for each of the mentioned indicator can be found in the Risk Segmentation Radar user guide. Hover over points on the graph to find out when the patient has moved to the specific risk segment. Click on any of the indicators to see a link to the patient summary. The integrated patient summary dashboard consists of patient spend, GP activity, GP prescriptions, social care, acute diagnosis, acute procedure, and patient profile. The current page is the patient summary dashboard. In the top left corner, you can specify a time period you would like to look at, as well as to decide if you would like to view costs associated with the patient care. Below, all LTCs the patient has been diagnosed with are listed. The LTCs are based on the QoF algorithm. Next to that, the patient activation measure information is displayed. The segment on the right-hand side displays information about the patient's frailty status, number of days not in hospital, and total spent based on the view time period filter selection. Finally, the user can find out if the patient is a community mental health or a social care user, if has a care plan, and if this care plan is up to date. The middle section of the dashboard displays patient's activity within different service settings over a selected period of time. Hovering over a swim lane will provide the user with more specific information regarding the activity. You can also download the data in various formats like image, PDF or Excel by clicking the Download button and selecting the format you would like to obtain. This function is available on all our dashboards. Dummy data has been used throughout this video demonstration. To request an access or provide a feedback, please email nhs@nwlccg.wsic.dashboards@nhs.net. Thank you for watching.